control. Politicians and celebrities make deals behind closed doors, promises broken, and their income soars. Hidden agendas run the grand parade. In the circus, choose to masquerade. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. I've been given money, power, and fame to keep you in line.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the art and the necessity for retardmaxxing in a LooksMaxxing world. So there's a big trend today on LooksMaxxing. There's some kid that did meth or something, and he is spreading all of these LooksMaxxing techniques like bone smashing and other ridiculous things to try to look better. And the reality is, okay, I know that everybody thinks that looks are the utmost importance in the world. And to some degree, they are, especially for women. But the reality is, if you just freaking go and do whatever you want and just believe in yourself in like some ridiculous way, it always works out in the end. And when you over research, overdo anything, if you just try to like prepare yourself too much before you start doing something, that is when everything seems to get messed up in our lives. So the trend of the retardmaxxing kind of started, well, I can't say exactly who started it. So like, I don't know for sure how long this has been going on, but let's say this guy's channel. All right, here we go. So I found this guy's channel a while back and hilarious. You guys could totally follow him. Funny guy, chill, gives you some real type of advice on just like why are you guys trying so hard? Why are you focusing so hard on all these different things? Like just calm down. Take the short bus to life, right? We don't need to try so hard anymore. The world is a little crazy. It's a messed up place. Everything is going wrong, but you know who the people who are succeeding and making it anyways? They're the people who you look at them and you're just like, really? That guy? That girl? They're the ones who are super successful right now. And it's because, yes, the world doesn't work. It's broken, and it's always kind of been broken, but we had this idea that if I work really hard, if I study really hard, I'm going to become successful, or I'm going to get what I want out of life. If I become a doctor, I'm going to be successful. That doesn't work anymore. If I'm going to become a lawyer, I'm going to be successful. That doesn't work anymore. If I learn how to code, I'm going to be successful. Well, guess what? That doesn't work anymore. But still, even with all of these things that they told us to do and we did them and it didn't work out, there are still people who just make it no matter what happens. And what is so special about these people? They don't know any better, okay? They don't. And that's how you win in this crazy world. You got to stop overthinking and just imagining all the ways things could go wrong and just do it anyways, because at the end of the day, if you just keep doing something, even if it's the wrong thing for long enough, you'll make it, because that's how crazy the world is, right? The best people at something, the most amazing artist won't be successful, but the worst artist who just believes in themselves so much and is super hyper confident, just goes and tells everybody they're the best at everything, they're going to be famous. And you, who is actually amazing at it, but has a lot of self-doubt or doesn't want to go out there or just thinks the world is unfair and doesn't try, you've taken yourself out of the fight. So remember, the universe is pretty simple. It kind of bends to your reality. So you are in charge of your reality. If you want to make something work, you have to do it anyways. All right. So let's see. The first thing that we're going to do to retard max is here. We're going to forget about LooksMaxxing. We'll get into what you can do instead of looks later. All right. So the first thing is we're going to stop focusing so much on the news. Oh, we're going into war with this place. Oh, we're going to the war with this place. Oh, the money is going to be worthless. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh, this might happen. Oh, this, like, we don't need to know all of these things. We don't need to know all of the facts of the world that we have no control over. We don't control the outside world. We control our inside world. And our inside world needs us to believe in ourselves and not pay attention to what other people are doing, what the news is saying, the fear mongering, the bull crap outside of us. We don't have to focus on that. And the people who focus on that are the ones who never make it out. So we are not worrying about other people. We are not worrying about the news. We are not listening to when people tell us negative things. We don't register that because our brains no longer can register that because they don't function like other people. We're not going to overthink because that's using too much brain power that we can use to just focus on doing whatever we want, regardless of whether or not other people think it makes any sense, right? That's what we're going to do. All right. No more fear. No more climate change. No more, this is wrong with the world. No more, it's men's fault. No more, it's women's fault. No more, the economy, I'll never make it because the economy. We don't care about that because every day somebody gets on the short bus and gets off at success. And we're over here overanalyzing, studying, researching before we begin anything, deciding what are the statistical likelihoods that we're going to make it into whatever we want. We are doing all this work while they are just walking off the bus into success. So we're not doing that anymore. None of this thinking stuff. Full-blown delusion is the answer. We don't need facts. If we believe it, it's a fact to us. All right. So what is your dream? What do you want to do in this life? If somebody tells you you can't do it or that's never been done, it really doesn't matter. There's a story I heard. It was about this kid. All he wanted to do was juggle. I think I told this a long time ago. All he wanted to do was juggle. And everybody's like, that's not a job. You can't make money off of that. You can't do it. But the kid was retard maxing, okay? He was a king of retard maxing. And he's like, I'm going to juggle. And I don't care what any of you losers and smarty, farty pants people are going to tell me. I'm going to this is my dream. I just want to juggle. He became the best juggler and he got millions of dollars for juggling. Made a career, wife, kids, the whole thing. Why? Because he doesn't care. He's not smart enough to understand that juggling is a bad idea. And that's why it worked for him, right? And I'm not even saying he was the best juggler. It's just he put in more time than anyone else. And how many of us had these dumb dreams, like ridiculous things that we wanted to do? And somebody said, you know what, that doesn't make any sense. Or you have to do something that we know is going to make you successful. Well, what did that get us? The economy? We can't be successful going down somebody else's path anymore. You got to make your own path. There are people who are acting insane on the internet, bone smashing. And people are watching them and giving them money and attention for bone smashing. And here you are thinking that you don't have what it takes. Get on the short bus. All right. So let's see. All right. Investing in our future. A lot of us are so worried about the future because, the system, the fear based systems that you have to worry about retirement or you're going to end up homeless on the streets. You have to worry about like your 401k and you're this and you're that. You have to have all this money saved. If you don't have enough, you won't be safe. But the people who retard max, they said, I saved this much money for retirement. You know what? YOLO, I'm going to start a business with that, or I'm going to invest that into like juggling classes, or I'm going to invest that into paying for like ads of me, I don't know, doing something crazy or like some insane stuff. There's a kid that makes a lot of money going to people's homes and like cleaning up their front yards and filming it and putting it online. People love a before and after. Do you think that that's something his parents would be proud of before they realize that it would make money? No, of course not. They're like, I don't want you to be a gardener. Gardeners don't make money. But no, he retard maxed that. He said, you know what? I can do the most simplest, benign, everyday thing, and I can retard max this to a career, to fame, to sustainable life, right? There's some kid that makes pizzas and he tells the stories online, Retardmaxxing, right? Makes more money than probably like his bosses or whatever. You can do whatever you want to do. There's no rules anymore. The internet took out everything. Every foundation that we had to stand on has been taken from under us, right? I'm very proud of you. Yes. So you gotta make sure that you stop overthinking all of this stuff. Can it work? Can it not work? Is it a good idea? There are no wrong ideas anymore. The people who overthink and don't just act are the most miserable people. Think about it, all of your smart friends that play it safe, that do what they're told, where are they? They're miserable. Their lives suck, right? Is that money in the bank making them happy? Is going the way that society told them to go making them happy? No, it's not. All right? Yes, this is reality, right? This is a very sad, crazy world. But you know what? It's kind of cool, right? It's so easy now to retard max in this culture. All you need is a phone and you can retard max insane ways, right? This is what you have to focus on. Don't focus on other people. This person hurt me. This person was mean to me. This person did this. We don't do revenge. Retards don't think about revenge. They just think about doing. They're just out there living. All right. Exercise, right? Smart people, we research diets. We figure out, oh, this, I should eat at this time. I should do that. 50 million grams of protein every day, blah, blah, blah. We overthink it until we're insane. And these retards that don't know anything about diet, they just like go, I'm just going to go outside all day, wander around the streets, retard maxing. I just won't eat while I'm doing it. And then I'll come home and be so tired, I'll go to sleep and forget to eat. Every crackhead has a killer body, right? They're outside in the sun. They're walking all day. They're not stressed. Not as much as us who are doing the right thing, working all day, sweating for that pay. They're much happier. I saw like a meme. Now, of course, the guy might be currently high when he wrote this, but he was talking about how much he loves being homeless. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, maybe he's got it figured out and we're the dumb ones. It's just how you look at it. Like, every gorilla in the jungle is homeless, but they're way happier than we are. Every tiger outside is homeless, but they're way happier than we are. And there's cheetahs and whatever. And like, there's animals everywhere. They're living outside. Do you think a raccoon is not happy? They're way happier than we are, right? You don't need a house. They told us we needed a house to be happy, but you can literally just I don't know, make a little shelter in the woods. It's your idea of what it is that matters. If your perception of your situation is negative, then you're in a negative situation. But if you don't know no better, you're living a life. You don't have a job. You don't have anyone to take orders from. You could do whatever you want. I'm just saying, like, what are we doing here? What are we really doing? All right. Then you have like the people who are like, I need to go on a vacation, but I'm going to need $1 billion or whatever to save up to go on a vacation. And then you got people who just retard max it. They're just like, what's the cheapest last minute, whatever place I could go to? They find the cheapest deal, some last minute thing, or one of those last minute where they're selling a vacation thing. And they're just like, I'm not even going to research this. I'm not going to look into it. Whatever happens, happens. And you know what? Even if it's a disaster, it's a fun story. It's an adventure. It's a joyful life. Meanwhile, we're trying to make sure there's no bed bugs in the reviews, the linens and the bed are the right comfort level, all of that stuff. Anyways, then we have job interviews, right? You can retard max a job interview like nothing. You know, everybody comes in all proper and they tell you what you want to hear, but it's the same thing every time. We used to do job interviews. So we would get people who came in and we were just bored. Every interview, like they would come in, I'd be like, another boring person, blah, blah, blah. And then every now and then you had someone who just came in retard maxing. I don't know if I'm any good at this, but I'm a fun hang. You guys like to do this. I like to go hang out here. I'm looking for friends that want to go, you know, I play this sport every day, or I go to the gym. Like in my last job, I used to take my coworkers with me, and I set up events, you know, so we can like hang out and network with each other and whatever afterwards. And that guy got the job. He didn't talk anything about his skills, his experience. He didn't even have a lot of qualifications. He just had basic qualifications, and he got the job. Why? Because you know what? Every you do the right thing, you're boring. You do the right thing, you're the same as everybody else. Yes, this is true. Vibes, brah. People forget about vibes. Are you fun? You think like this guy was over, he's like, no, he's like, who cares, right? He comes in like, who cares? This is what I want. I want to hang out with people who I like. You guys seem cool. Do you guys want to go play pool after work? Because I like to play pool after work. Do you guys want to go play racquetball? Because I have a membership to this court and I can bring like 10 friends. Do you guys want to do that? And suddenly we're just like, yeah, hire him immediately. No problems, right? Do you got the vibes? Do you just not care? The people who care so much, everything is just a mess for them. All right. Let's see. Then we have, yes, but you know what? Women like vibes. Women like vibes. Look, when I was hiring people with my other coworkers, it was women and 2 gay men hiring people. We like the vibes. You want to come in, have some vibes. And yes, we always would hire the really hot young dude that was eye candy, of course. But you know what? If it was eye candy guy and super vibes guy, we would probably just pick vibes, because vibes guy is going to be more than just a pretty face. He's going to like bring the fun, bring the whatever, like spice up. You have to work every day in some boring ass office. You want someone who's fun, right? You want that. None of this matters. All right. Then we have like public speaking stuff, right? When you care too much, you research everything. You have to write the perfect joke at the end of your speech. You have to do blah, 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 blah. And then nobody cares. It's super boring. I think we're kind of done with the TED Talks. It was exciting when it first started, but now we're like, we see the formula. We're done with it. It just seems like AI now. You ever seen those AI videos where it's like a fake TED Talk and they're like, this is what people are supposed to do now? I guess this is how you're supposed to act when you're, but nobody listens anymore because we're done with it. It's fake. We've moved on. Just go up there and just be relaxed and not care. People who don't care, they don't have like nervous energy. Nervous energy ruins your life. And you know who doesn't have any nervous energy? Someone who really doesn't care because they just don't know they're supposed to be nervous. That's the goal. All right. Relationships. Going back to that homeless guy, he was talking about how like now that he doesn't care, he doesn't have any stress, he's just vibes and chill. He has lots of shorties. That's what he said. And it was hilarious. And you know what? I believe him. Because you know what a stressed out chick that works all day likes? Some guy who's just always in a good mood and always down to have fun. And look, everybody's talking about you got to have, this much money before chicks like you. But the reality is, if you are just like fun, if you are just always in a good mood because you don't realize the world is terrible, it hasn't hit you yet, you're going to be like, hey, what's up? Even though she's way hotter than you, even though you don't make any money, even, you don't have anything stopping you if you're not smart. That's our problem. We're too smart. Smart people are miserable. The smarter you are, the more chance of mental illness, misery, depression, schizophrenia, becoming imperious, all of these things. You want to retard max. You don't want to think past today. Right now, what do you want to do? Tomorrow doesn't matter. Who cares? All right, let's see. What are some things that he's talking about? All quiet on the frontal lobe. This is what it has to be. Make sure nothing is going on there. If you're overthinking, you're doing too much, it's not going to work out. All right. People who worry about did they say the right thing in a social situation, they're never going to be liked by other people. You're not supposed to be thinking when you're with other people. You're just supposed to be being. Just make yourself as happy as possible all the time and don't think about tomorrow. You know who never has to be home, who has to like worry about like the future is people who are just super happy all the time and they don't worry about tomorrow. They don't worry about anyone else. They're like, everything's just going to work itself out. I'm not going to think too much about it. Whatever happens, happens. These are the people who everything just kind of like works out for them. And you who are struggling, planning, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, it's always a disaster after disaster after disaster. Why? Because you're trying too hard. That's your fault. My fault. It's our fault. We tried too hard. We don't need to be doing that. It's way too easy to just be like some dumb kid and point a camera at us being dumb and just keep doing it every day until we get a following. And then for whatever reason, people like watch you and whatever. Like I keep thinking about these streamers, not just the poor smooth-brained LooksMaxxing, I don't know his name, whatever the LooksMaxxer guy is, right? He's been doing it for a while. You got to really understand that this is not normal. This kid is insane, but you know what? He doesn't care and he's putting out his insanity. Look, if you got a mental illness, go online. There's a girl who's a psychopath, like, or sociopath or something, whatever, who cares? She's one of those. And she goes online and she's like, I'm just going to tell you what I think. Ask me any question. And that's her whole brand. She's doing great, right? She's doing the best. And she's out there like, yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care. She seems super relaxed all the time. You got to understand, when you care about every little thing, you drain everybody around you. So just don't care so much. Just be chill. When you're worried, you're draining. When you're overthinking, you're draining. When you're planning too hard, you're draining. Everything that society told you to do is draining everybody else. So you're not behind in life, because literally it means nothing. We're just here and then we're not here, and who cares? So there's no behind in life. There's no you need to do this and that. You don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to do anything. So just stop thinking about it. Now, you should get out of the house. Bottom line, get out of the house, because you don't want to be a caged animal, because that's going to make you crazy. And when you're alone at home, inside, you're going to start thinking, and that's the enemy. But you know who doesn't think? People who just start walking and doing stuff. Go walk somewhere. Go to a crowded place. Go to a place, like go take some buses to some nowhere places. No, consequences doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Stop. This is not work. You need to retard max. There's no consequence. What is a consequence? The worst that can happen to you is you're going to die. And you know what? I hate to be the one to say this to you guys, but yeah, you can and you will. So who cares? Why are you going to stop the inevitable? You can't stop it. And you don't know the day or the time. And let me tell you something, as someone who has been in near-death experiences multiple times, if it's supposed to be for you, it's gonna be for you. And if it's not supposed to be for you, you can literally jump in front of any truck and it's not for you. And I'm telling you, I have been this close to death 1,000 times, but it wasn't for me at that time. And every time I try to become a control freak, I got to plan, I got to do this, I got to be alert, I got to make sure nobody's going to do anything. Every time I do that, I make myself miserable. And you know what? If it's not for me, it's not going to be for me anyways. And if it's for me, there's no thought you can have in your head that will stop it. There was a time where I was so hyper vigilant when I'm driving. So I'm just like a nervous driver or whatever. Psycho, overthinking everything. So then somebody speeds past me on the highway and I say out loud, I'm like, to my friend, my passenger, I say, that guy's going to kill somebody today. He's trying to kill someone today. Let me slow down so it's not me, so that there's so much distance between him and me that like I'm safe by staying as far away from him as possible, right? So this is what I'm saying out loud. I'm slowing down. I'm like, he's on the far left lane. I get on the far right lane. I'm just like as much distance. It's like a 6-lane highway. This is just like I'm doing all the things that an overthinker does to protect themselves from what could be an inevitable part of life and death, right? Do all the things. Then there's so much distance. But you know what? If it's meant for me, it's meant for me. There's nothing you could do. So I go around this big curve in the highway and I'm on the right lane. He was on the far left lane. Whatever happens before I got there, I don't know. But the dude starts spinning, right? Spinning like this on the highway. And there's nothing I can do because it was a split second, right? Split second, boom. He starts hitting my side of the door over and over and over. And the car, and I'm driving like this because his front end of his car has like pushed the car in. So it's right here. And I'm like trying to drive like this, like over on the side. And it keeps happening. It keeps happening. My neck is hurting. The glass is exploded. There's like glitter glass all over me. Like the seatbelt is like tearing into my skin, where like this layer from here to here, like all the skin peeled off from like the seatbelt just violently, I guess, ripping on my skin. I don't know what the hell happened. All right. But all this skin ripped off in like a perfect seatbelt shape. I had glass everywhere. And this is like happening in an instant. But of course, when something like that's happening to you, everything slows down. And I remember thinking, because I was like, if I'm hyper vigilant, if I overthink everything, then I can prevent stuff from happening. And God's like, no, I'm sorry, that's not how life works. You can't do anything. It's not your will. No, no, no. If you're meant to have something bad, it's going to happen. And if you're not, it's not going to happen. And we're all here to learn specific lessons on life, right? That's what you're here for. You're not here to just like pay your taxes, get a good retirement fund. That's not why you're here. You're here to learn lessons. And if you're overthinking, control freak, psycho, your lesson is going to be, hey, guess what? You don't know the day or the time. You don't. So that taught me one thing. I can't overthink and prevent my demise. It's going to happen or it's not going to happen, and it's not my choice. You can do everything right in life, and if it's not meant for you, it's not yours. So don't worry about it anymore. Just be free. Just chill. And doesn't that like make you feel better that you don't have to worry about all these things anymore? Like maybe some of us die homeless and alone, but if that's meant for us, it's going to happen anyways. I'm not saying to be a bad person. No, always be a good person. Always do the right thing, but do something and don't worry about if people say it's not going to work, because you can do everything that they say is going to work and it's still not going to work if it's not for you. So just do what you feel you should be doing. Just do something. That's all I'm saying. And, you don't have to think twice about it. Some people, thank you, homie, what's up? Some people they'll just give up because like they're thinking about it. They're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. I really want to do that. That's my dream. It's my dream to be an artist. But, there's AI art. They said that it's a bad industry to go into. I don't want to get brainwashed in the schools or whatever. Like you'll overthink yourself away from being a wonderful artist. But you know what? We're still paying artists tons of money to do like murals. I commission artists to do oil paintings because that's a real tangible thing. And there's something to it when it's handmade with love from a human being with a soul. When objects were made with a soul, they're worth something to us. So just because AI is taking over art, that doesn't mean that you can't be an artist. You're just not going to be an AI artist. You're not going to be a digital artist. Fine, who cares? Be a real life artist. Are we doing this episode because of MLD's recent procedure? No, we are not. We are doing this because I found Retardmaxxing and I realized that that's the key to life. And this is something I believed when I was young, but sometimes you forget about it because you get lost in the sauce of life. And you're like, when I just do and I don't worry about the consequences, things work out. Like, what's really ridiculous? Like, sometimes I'll just message people who are like famous, right? Like they're like famous or whatever, or like they have a big following, and not talking about MLD, just, random people. And I'm just like, I have a question about something. And I'm like, 3-4 million followers probably never gonna reply to me, right? Never gonna happen. But guess what? And I'm not even talking about I'm talking about before when I didn't have a photo or anything. So they don't know who I am. I'm like a nobody, right? Online. And message them like a very detailed, thoughtful question. And you'd be surprised how many people message you back, email you back, right? And you become pen pals or whatever. But like, if I overthought everything in life, I would be nothing. If I didn't message my husband, I wouldn't have that. Right? And I'm not saying it like that guarantees anything, because nothing guarantees anything. But not trying does guarantee you won't get anything. Not going outside guarantees you won't be happy because you won't get sun. And sun is so important to your happiness. It's really important. Not going for a walk every day. You don't have to run. Running, you don't need, where are you running? What animal is running unless they're hunting? If you're going to hunt, fine. Hunt animals, whatever. That's your thing. But like, you don't need to be running. You just need to be outside walking around. Go and walk around. Everybody needs to go outside. We are friends. He is my friend. But what do you want to know about him? But like, okay, what's another thing? Worrying, okay? The big thing that people do that ruins their life. Worrying about tomorrow today ruins today. And it doesn't help tomorrow. It doesn't. Also, worrying about what happened yesterday, like whatever stupid choice you made yesterday, doesn't help today and it doesn't help tomorrow. So stop worrying about the past, worrying about the future, and just smooth brain. Smooth brain. Chill. Stop trying so hard. Also, stop trying to be the smartest person in the room. When people try so hard, like this is what I notice, like in a group, especially like I'll sometimes be in places where like there's a really smart or successful person, and then there's some other people who are just regular people, and they really want to make an impression on the smart, successful person. So then they start trying so hard. And that's like an instant ick for people because it's like you're not real, you're trying too hard. Don't do that with women either. Don't do that with dudes, because I learned don't try too hard with dudes, like because it's an ick for people. It's like, why are you trying so hard? It's creeping me out. Don't creep me out. Stop creeping people out. Just be chill. Like, how would you talk to them if they weren't whatever? Like, I don't know, who's like someone famous, whatever, George Lucas or whoever made Star Wars. Like, if that's your thing and you're just like in a room with him, don't be like, oh my God, I love you. Don't do the most. When you did this and this and this back in 1980, blah, 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 blah. Like, don't be that guy. That's insanity. You got to be chill. Just be like, oh, hey, you know, I'm a regular person. Chill. How would you talk to, like, I don't know, Brian from accounting? That's how you should talk to everybody. Just stop going crazy. People are just human beings. Like, some of them are in the Illuminati probably, but like still, there's still human beings who are in the Illuminati. So like, chill with that. Stop trying to be so smart. A lot of people will think that trying to impress someone who is smart by being smart will impress them. Nobody likes that because you're clearly trying too hard. You're clearly trying to be like, I'm smart like you, but it really comes off as I'm trying to be smarter than you, or you're not so smart because I'm going to be smarter than you. And it kind of makes people off put by you. So don't try to be the smartest person. You know who people really like? The person who's sitting in the room listening to the smart person who everybody else came to see, and is just like enjoying it and asking like really, you know, occasional, not overwhelming, occasional questions, you know, and that's it. Like, you don't have to be like, oh my God, but I know this and this and this. And because of this and this and this, doesn't this and this mean? It's like you're trying to gotcha or something, or you're just trying to be like, don't you think this? Or because of this, it's comes off too much. You're doing too much. Nobody likes too much. Smooth brain. Stop considering all the consequences to life, because the consequence that is always coming for you is death. That's the real consequence, and you can't stop it. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care like, I don't, all these famous people who are like, I'm going to stop death with blah, blah, blah. You're not, they're not. Nobody can. I'm sorry. And putting your consciousness in a robot isn't you. You're dead. All right. That's it. I do not meditate. Meditation is for boys. Boys need to meditate. Girls cannot meditate. Girls need to relax. So they need like to go and get a massage. They need to just go lounge by the pool, by the beach. They need to chill in nature. That's what women need. Or taking a walk in nature, or where they can hear birds. That makes women clear and calm. And it's kind of, they did some studies that showed that like if a man and a woman take a walk, but it's in the city, women can't relax, so they get more stressed. But men relax so easily. Like, guys, you guys got it so easy. You just got to try. Just go outside. It's so easy. Yes, they could do breath work, but it works again better on men. Remember, all the yogic practices, most of them were made for men because that's like they're trying to calm men down, right? To like civilize society. Women are the insane ones, but like we know how to calm women down. It's super easy. Feed them, keep them cozy. Like if they get too cold or too hot, they get crazy. So make sure their temperature is regulated. They need to hear birds. They need to lay outside. They need to just go into a warm bath. Things like that will regulate a woman. Guys need a lot more work to regulate, right? They need the deep work, the internal work. So, okay, let's see what else. All right. All right. The other thing is no. Oh God, no. No drugs, please. No, it does not. It actually feminizes men. Alcohol, I think I told you this a million times, but let's do it again because every time this comes up, I get mad. Mead was medicinal. There was herbs in the mead to calm and de-stress people, right? Think of it like a herbal tea, but it was a little fermented, right? Low alcohol, but ferment. That was what mead was. The elite said, they're all drinking this. Let's find a way to use it to control the population. And the main reason they need to control is they want men to be weak. And how do you make men weak? You have to increase their estrogen, make them more feminized, right? Then they become very complacent. So the number one thing you can do to do that is add estrogenic herbs into the diet and into the ritual of alcohol. So they added hops. Hops is a sedative, right? It's a little bit of a sedative. So it gives you it's like a nervine or something like that. It calms your nerves. It relaxes you. So yes, it does do that. But unbeknownst to most people, it is highly estrogenic. So it can give you the man boobs, make you gain weight, the beer gut, all that stuff, make you complacent, make you lazy. You just want to sit around and watch TV all day drinking a beer, right? When you drink it, you want to not move. That makes the population of men complacent, easy to control, easy to manipulate because lazy people don't revolt. Lazy people are easy to steal their tax money from, right? They might get a little that's why you don't want to do drugs. And guess what? Weed is the new highly estrogenic way that they are controlling society. Unfortunately, it's highly estrogenic. Anytime that they're like, yeah, do this, you have to think, why do they make this legal? What are they trying to do? What's in it? And you know that they've added more shit to it. You know, like if you can get it from the store, if they're being made like conventionally now, like somebody is controlling it and adding stuff. And they have found even in California and these dispensaries, they claim like, oh, whatever, they're adding a whole bunch of chemicals and people were getting really sick. They even found in one of them in California, they added a little fentanyl and stuff. You got to be really careful. Please do not do drugs. Don't do it. But yes, Ugg boots and lattes. That's what women need. Chill. Yes. Yes, it just, testosterone, people put a bad name on testosterone. Testosterone actually makes you more just. So people with high testosterone and lower estrogens, they're less likely to cheat, lie, steal. They're more likely to stick up for people, to help others, to take charge in a situation, to be a fair, earnest leader, right? That's what testosterone does. Testosterone is not angry, emotional, violent. That's estrogen. I'm just saying, that's too much estrogen. Okay? That's what that is. Ask any woman on her period. That's estrogen. So, when men get estrogen, bad things happen in society. Yeah. Have you guys read on the Stoics, like their backgrounds? Now that like I've been listening to Jonathan B or John, like on, it's like the philosophy channel about the Stoics, they seem like losers. I'm sorry. I used to think, oh, stoicism, this is the way for men and for women. Just whatever happens, it's not my concern. But it was a lot of cope if you look into stoicism. So like I went from thinking this is a great philosophy to like this is just pure cope, which it is. So you guys should totally listen to Jonathan B on YouTube, learn about stoicism and the people who wrote it and why. Like there's one thing, it's like money doesn't matter. And then because the guy had lost all his money and then he gets his money back and he just he's not charitable. He's not giving. He hoards all the money. And then he's like, money isn't bad. And it's just like, okay, it's just whatever you're dealing with that makes it not your fault. So I don't know about the Stoics. Maybe we should look into one of these days. We're going to read The Prince by Machiavelli. I think that's a good read because a lot of people with money and in power love this book and use this book. So we should at least know what it is. So we're going to do that. Let's see. Yes. All right. So that is all I have today. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Elijah, for the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. And oh, also, we do have merch because why not, right? I'm not expecting anyone to get merch, but I created some merch for funsies because it was free to do. And so this is it. I need some ideas for really cool, what's it called? Like taglines or whatever on the merch. That's what I want. So I have my conspiracy realist. This mini cat wanted me to make this one. So this is for her. I don't expect anyone to buy this, but she wanted this sweater. So it says conspiracy realist mini cat. And then on the back, it has me, my little logo. And on the side, it has Simperius on it because it's hilarious. Anyways, but what else do we have? This I got because I thought it was super cute. It's embroidered conspiracy realist, right? And on the side, we have a little Simperius on it. Yas. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, we got a cute little mug over here. Yes. Yas. Yas. So we had a cute mug. What else we got? Okay, this is cute. I like this shirt over here. The beanie is cute. Yes, we have different conspiracy realist stuff. This is what you need, everybody. Look how cute this is. Yes. Yes. Now, somebody does have a conspiracy realist podcast, but I feel like it's not mine. It's, whatever. It's not my logo. It's not the full logo. So different font, different industry. So it's fine. Anyways, so I have ordered this hat and the mini cat version of the sweater for mini cat. Once I get those in, I will model them for you guys so you can see. All right. Yes. I recently got monetized. So yes, we're very excited. I don't know. I do need I feel like I need a catchphrase or something. And I know like conspiracy realist is taken, but I need something. And I like conspiracy realist. And I like my little eye. But anyways, so cute stuff. Enjoy. And what else? Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Huh. I mean, maybe we do that one. All right, guys. I have to cook dinner. So I gotta go. But remember, don't overthink life. You're gonna die. I'm gonna die. We're all gonna be dead someday. Oh my gosh, that's true. We need a free Steven. We need a free Steven one. I'll make one, okay? We'll get one for him. He needs to be freed. Oh, I like Catspiracy. That's cute. We need to do that. I can't do Retardmaxxing, but like I totally would if it wasn't already a thing. But we'll work on that. Get to the Discord and like, follow, subscribe, share. Share if you have a Twitter because like I need some views. You know, they're dwindling because I've had cramps in my period. Also, this is like my AI inspired makeup. Hold on. Let me see. Where is... Yeah. So I put in my photo and I had AI give me makeup, and this is what like the AI came up with. So I tried to copy. Is it crazy? Oh, well. What are you going to do? I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, share, share on Twitter, tag me wherever you are. I'm thinking of getting off of... Okay, I will do this next time. I'm thinking of getting off of Instagram just because I'm shadow banned. I only have 5 views every time I post. What's the freaking point? And because of Facebook and everything they're doing, I do not feel comfortable. My husband got off of Facebook and Instagram. So I need to get off of Facebook and Instagram. And they are just tracking us and they refuse to delete your old stuff. You can't do that anymore. You can't delete all your information anymore. It is there forever. It's owned by like the government. And I don't want... Now they know like all your friends of friends, everything you do. And when you have Facebook and Instagram, you're giving them permission to infiltrate your phone and your computer and everything else you do. And you can't stop it. And every time you try to delete it, it moves where the delete button is. And now it finally says, oh yeah, you can't do that anymore, which is wild. So get everything off of your phone, get everything off of your computer. We are getting off of... I think we should just get off of American-based companies. I have to be on YouTube because it's YouTube. I like Twitter because that's my social media right now. Instagram hates me, so I hate them back. And yeah, so guys, good vibes, chill, and get off of Facebook and Instagram. You don't need it. We are going to cleanse ourselves of government overreach because it's too much and they're installing everything. So we need to get... we're going to do an episode. I need to talk to my friend about like what phone we should get, what we should and shouldn't put on our phone, how we can protect ourselves. We can no longer have private conversations. So you guys can't be saying stuff against any countries or people. You guys got to stop that. I keep getting messages from everybody talking shit about this country, this people. Like, you guys need to chill with that stuff. And it's not because I care. I'm a freedom of speech person, but we don't have freedom of speech. You need to realize those days are dead. All right. It's never coming back. All right. The more technology, the more AI, the less freedom, period. We are done with that. No private messages with people. Please control yourselves. We're all like, you know, I'm okay with you thinking or saying whatever. Like, I don't even care. Doesn't affect me. Yeah. If you guys know of any like secure stuff, emails, social media apps, how to install things. I need to get off of freaking Windows and get on Linux. I don't know how to do that. How can I play my Sims? with Linux? I don't know. How can I keep my mods? I don't know. I don't even know how to like defrag a computer. Do we even need to do that? I haven't really figured that out since the 90s. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. We will work on this and I'll come up with something. Any ideas for merch, please get to the Discord and let me know. You can always message me on X and on the Discord. Bye.
The old gods whisper with tongues of sin. They crawl through culture to pull you in. Don't be for sale, don't wear their grin. The old are rotten, don't let them win. Eyes and hats and mirrored glass. They promised youth, they cursed your past. You drank the light with ruby lips, but every tone